equal importance and have equal dignity. All we preach here is for the betterment of that great country called Nigeria. And the candidate we have seen that can carry us to this promised land is Sir Peter Gregory Obi. He is of the Labour Party. And that was why we have stood behind this gentleman for over a year. We've stood behind him and Dati. We've stood behind him and Labour Party. And we have stood behind all that want good governance. The quote I just made was by Kehinde Adekosubi, a 28 years old from Osun State. Osun State is in the western part of Nigeria. First of all, I want to quickly chip in this thing. He has been arrested by the police and facing charges of hate speech, instigating violence. And we are hoping that this send a lesson to people like Kehinde. The question we want to ask ourselves, Kehinde is a Yoruba man, 28 years old, of course, is a man. Do all Yorubas hate the Igbos? From this speech, it will be a fallacy to generalize that all Yorubas hate the Igbo. But we can say some Yoruba don't like the Igbos. But Kehinde own is hatred pro max. And that was why we are bringing his quotation here. Because this is the height of hatred. That's why we've tagged it hatred pro max. Not all Yorubas hate the Igbos. In fact, a lot of Yorubas like the Igbos. The Yorubas will have a lot of them that have married Igbo and have embraced the culture. So, this one leads us to the next question. Why do some Yorubas hate the Igbos? Number two, is it only Yorubas that hate the Igbos? Remember, the ex-president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Buhari, said he did not like the Igbos. He didn't say he hates the Igbos. No, he said he did not like the Igbo. If you don't like something, it does not mean you hate something. And he described the Igbos like a dot in a circle, to use his words. And a lot of people have given different interpretation to that phrase, a dot in a circle. Some have given it a positive interpretation, which they have said that a dot in a circle is like the nucleus of a circle, is like the center of a circle. So he sees the Igbo as the center of Nigeria. Others have given it a negative interpretation, that a dot in a circle might mean that Igbos are insignificant. So the question we are asking now is it true that other Nigerians don't like the Igbos? We've had cases where the Yorubas in Lagos have said Igbos should go back to their region. Don't forget, the Igbos are mostly from the eastern part of Nigeria. And we'll also have cases, not now, but of the past, where in Kano or in Kaduna, there have been a kind of a fight against the Igbos. They're asking them to go back to their region or to their place. So we are not going to talk why Yorubas hate the Igbos, or why the Hausas don't like the Igbos, or why the Fulani who does not want the Igbos in their region. We are going to talk generally. Why would someone hate another person? And don't forget, the reason why we are making this video is because some people have said that the reason why Peter Obi is being made to go through this process, through this rigging process, is that they just don't want an Igbo presidency in Nigeria. So we want to look, what are the reasons generally for you as a person to hate another person? Or what are the reasons generally for me? The first one that we could say is envy. Envy is when you are jealous of somebody. And why will you be jealous of somebody? Because you think that person is better than you, has more opportunity than you, has done certain things more than you, or has been recognized, or be gifted more than you. And you begin to see that person as competing with him will be difficult. So instead of you being patient, learning from that person, that jealousy now arose to enviness. So envy is one of the reasons why you might hate somebody, or why me might hate somebody. Remember, we're just talking generally now. Number 2, threat, obstacle. The number 2 reason is when you see somebody as a threat, or when somebody is a threat to you, then you begin to hate that person. When that person stands between you and your success, stand between you and your achievement, stand between you and what you think rightly belong to you, then you see that person as an obstacle, and that person now becomes a threat. The question we're asking, is Peter Obi a threat to Nigeria? Is Peter Obi an obstacle to Nigeria? You have the comment section to let us know your view. The third reason is competence. Competence is just like the first one we said. You're better. You look down. In this case, it's not as if he's better than you. You think you're better than, then you look down on that person. And this person is not up to my standard. Maybe class. A situation where somebody, for example, you are working, you are earning 120,000 a year. Then you look down on probably a messenger who earns 60,000 a year. Competence. So you look down, not because he's better than you, because you think you're better than him. So this is another reason why you will hate somebody. Now back to Peter Gregory Obi. Peter Obi is an Igbo man. Igbo is spelled as IGBO or simply IBO. Igbo or Igbo. About who? So let us Igbo are in Nigeria. For example, the origin. The Igbos originally said they are from Israel. They said they are the lost tribe of Jacob. And where are they found in Nigeria? They are found around the Benue flow into the Niger. They migrated into Nigeria probably in the 14th century. So if we divide Nigeria into 6 geographical region or zone, we can say the Igbos, you can find them in the southeast. And let us say, Nigeria, we are about 230 million people. The Igbos are about 42 million people. And if we look at the percentage, we'll say they are like 20% of the population in Nigeria. While the Hausa are like about 40 million people. The Yorubas are about 52 million. Then the Fulani are about 22 million. That's why a lot of people say the Northerners are more than the other 2 regions, because the Hausas and the Fulani will add up to close to about 60 million. Then the other tribes, like where I am from, the South, and all the others, will form about 30 million population of Nigeria. These are the states that you will find an Igbo man. Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo. You can also see traces of the Igbo culture in Cross River, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, and even Benue. So we have men of timber and calibers that are Igbos. People like Ato Ozeribe, Alem Onyema, Obi Kubanans, Cosmos, Madweka Diziani, Stella Odwa, and of course, Sir Peter Gregory Obi is also an Igbo man. So we are making this video to throw out this question to you guys out there. Is it true that Nigerians or other region, you understand Nigeria if we look at them as a pot with a 3-edged leg, the north, the east, and the west. The north, that is where you have the Hausa, Fulani, coupled with those in the north central. Then you have the east, that's where you have the Igbos. Then you have the west, where you have the Yoruba. You understand it better if we just assume this, but there are other tribes, like I said before, like where I'm from, the South. But we are minority. So, the question we are asking, we want you to please comment. Is it true that other parts of the country hate the Igbos? Is it true that it's because Peter Gregory Obi is an Igbo man That is why he has been denied or has been rigged out. I just don't know. In my own opinion, I've seen a lot of Yoruba people from the western part of Nigeria marrying Igbos, and they live happily. Marry an Hausa, and they are living happily afterwards. So why would Kehinde make such a speech? Why would Kehinde make such a comment? Remember, in this speech, he used the word hate 3 times. And he used words like KILL, flush. And that was why we titled that quotation, Hatred Pro Max. Is it true that the Igbos are hated? Please leave your comments in the comment section. And let us know why. If you say yes, why is it so? What has an Igbo man done? Or what is the sin of an Igbo man? Remember, in this channel, we are for Peter Gregory Obi. This is Ini TV. We are global and social commentators. If you like what we are doing, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And also, don't forget to like and comment. Because the more you like, the more you participate, it gives YouTube the opportunity to share our video. And by the time this video is shared, it can get to a lot and lots of people. I will ask you to please always leave a comment. And for our returning subscribers, we'll say thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, we love you, but God love you most. The reason why we'll decide to make this video today is to prepare Nigeria for an Igbo presidency. If it's true that we don't like the Igbos, then it is our time we'll begin to take a retrospective look back, because Peter Obi is going to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The cases, the evidence, and the proof cannot be overemphasized. He will be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And whether you are from the north, you are from the east, you are from the west, get used to the Igbos now. We are one country. We are together. And it's important that we live as brother and sister. As it is the culture in this channel, we will catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say, troops, adios, au revoir, ciao, hasta la vista. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless you.